Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with occasional review. Today's video is going to be about the 10 things that I am not going to be doing when it comes to planning in 2022. I am just going to remove this because I have my notes for this video in here. So, okay, let's get started. So this all started yesterday when I watched John Rush's video, Planning with John. He had a video that he was calling, the 10 things I'm not going to be doing in 2022. And they were all based on, obviously, plannerly things. And I thought, this is amazing, John. You and I, we're going to die on that hill together, partner, because I am with you on this. And then the afternoon happened and I bought stuff. And then 2 a.m. happened and I bought more stuff. I know. So I thought I would talk about the 10 things I'm not going to be doing in 2022, along with some of the things that I've already kind of messed up already. Now, technically, if I bought anything in the end here of 2021, because we're now in November, in case you're watching this in the future of 2021, it still doesn't technically count, but I think part of the idea for this is, we should already be mindful now of what we're going to be doing and try not to set ourselves up for failure before the year even starts. Well, at least that's where my thought process is. So definitely this video is dedicated to John Rush because he's awesome. And I knew that I wanted to make a planner video on this. First on the list for me is no Hobonichis for 2022. That was like my number one live or die by rule for 2022. And I broke it yesterday. So let's talk about it a little bit. First of all, I don't think I have my wallet that has my Hobonichi weeks in it. And I already have burned a huge hole in my pocket with that. So whatever. Anyway, so I had this one, which is the days free. It has the months like this in the front, and then the rest is a bullet journal style with numbers. It's awesome. It was new to me. I highly recommend this. I loved it so much. My struggle was I wanted to go into a bullet journal. I wanted to do other things. This was my reference notebook and sort of my forward planning, and I needed it to be smaller. I don't know why. It's why I'm in an A5 Slim Jibun Techo over here. It's just something, I don't know, something about Hobonichi. I don't know if it's that it's made out of a cardstock and it's meant to go in a cover. I like a planner that doesn't need to go in a cover. Kind of like a Moleskine or a Leuchtturm, whether it has a soft cover like most of my Moleskines, but still it doesn't really need a cover. And for some reason, this to me needs a cover and it doesn't work in a cover for me. And I tried to take it out of the cover, I put a plastic thingy on it, and I still couldn't figure it out. So as much as I love the layout of this, I wish it was in a different size. Same with the Hobonichi Cousin, which is also A5 size. I made a huge boo-boo and I ended up getting the Cousin, so it has a whole year all in one place. I should have gotten the Avec, which is 6 months in each book. I think that would have worked out better. I tried to pair these together, and because this is a phone book, not like today's phone book, but old school phone books, I couldn't pair it with this one in pretty much any cover I had. I think one cover worked and I just didn't love that cover. I also had my Hobonichi Weeks, which is part of my wallet, which is in my room, and I really fell off on that planner a lot this year. It was pretty sad. I've never fallen off so hard on a planner ever. I don't know why. I buy one every year. One year I didn't buy it. I totally regretted it, and I think I ended up getting an April start anyway, so I had it for at least part of the year. But for some reason, I just could not get that planner to work for me this year. Maybe it was the cover and the setup. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I have a new one for 2022, even though that wasn't my rule. So I broke my first rule of no Hobonichis already. That planner is on its way, and you will definitely see a setup video for that when it comes in. Now, I think for John, his first rule, and I don't know that he had them in any order, but he said no word of the year. And I thought, well, his explanation was pretty good. And I thought, well, that's so great, John, but I had already ordered stickers with my word of the year, which is inspire. And I don't think you know, that's gonna throw me off at all or anything. And I had ordered these 2022 stickers. And I just seriously bought these maybe 4 days ago. They came speedy quick, which was another one of my rules, which was number 3, is like no planner stickers, no stickers at all. And then I decided, well, technically these aren't really planner stickers, are they? Maybe by planner stickers, I mean like the little small stickers that you put in your planner. So maybe I haven't broken that rule. Maybe I have, you decide. But I was kind of sad that that happened because I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I also have a really big one here. Bam. I like the way it looks. And I bought it in the rose gold because the inside of the bullet journal edition 2 is rose gold. And I thought it paired nicely. So there you go. So I skipped over number 2 because I was talking about number 3. So let's go back to 2. My number 2 rule for 2022 was no more than one dated planner. So here was my one dated planner here. It is the Jibun Techo in an A5 Slim. And I told myself I could have as many bullet journals as I wanted, as many notebooks as I needed, as long as they were undated. But as far as dated planners, you can only have one. And like I just mentioned, I broke my first rule of no Hobonichis. I have a Hobonichi, which is a dated weekly planner, coming in the mail. So that rule is out the window. Do you see where I'm going with this? I mean, I'm serious. I must have had like a stroke. I had a good, like, I don't know, 3.5 hour window of shopping from like 2 in the morning till almost 5-ish. I know, but it gets worse, so let's keep going. Number 4, no more pens, markers, or highlighter packs or sets. What does that mean? Okay, let me show you here. I have some, whoops, I'm dropping things. It's okay, it was just tape. So I have a bunch of sets, like these are highlighters. I tend to not even use any color. I'm pretty monochrome. I like the gray highlighters. Even there's a black one I think I actually have in my pen case somewhere that I like to black things out with. But I honestly don't use all of the colors. So it's like, why buy the whole pack or set? Stop doing that. Well, this morning, during my 3.5 hour window of shopping online, I decided to mosey on over to Amazon Japan and I picked myself up the mild liner, the brush ones, because I own all of the regular mild liner highlighters. Of course I do, but I don't use them. Now here's my reasoning for kind of breaking this rule and deciding to do this. I have a large handwriting, and so the mild liners, did I have one over here? No, I don't. All right, well, we'll just pretend like this is a mild liner because they're pretty similar. This little tip here is not wide enough for my super big handwriting. So I tend to have to go over part of it at least twice to catch the top portion, right? And so I love the brush because it's so much wider and longer that I can just capture all of my chunky big handwriting, and I love that. So I decided to go with the mild liners, and I bought all of them in a pack, special pack that's awesome. I can't wait to get it. Anyway, the point is, I told myself not to do this, but I did. But I think it's okay also because, of course I don't, oh yeah, I do, just kidding. Here is a Tombow. So the Tombow is really tall in comparison here. And this Tombow doesn't always fit pretty much, I would say 99.9% of the time in any of the pen cases I have. I think I only have one that it actually fits in. I have to fit it in sideways. It has to stick out with, you know, the zipper all the way zipped up to here. It's kind of ridiculous. And these guys, since they have that brush tip that I use a lot, they can fit in my pen cases. So I felt like I was justifying this. I don't know. I was obviously having a stroke or high or something. I don't know what happened. I ate some popcorn before I went to bed. I didn't watch anything crazy, and I just woke up and I started shopping. It was incredible. All right, moving on. Number 5, no stamps. Okay, here's the thing. And this was also in John's. He talked about no stamps. He also talked about no more planner stickers. He's doing great, I think. This is day 2 since I watched his video, so I haven't checked in today, but I said no stamps. And I said that before I'd even heard John Rush, right? Because, let me see, did I bring them? I did. They're over here. I have things hidden. I just purchased these, okay? I just bought them. They came from, was it Tokyo Pen Shop that I bought them from? Just a few days ago. They came speedy quick, and these are by Midori, which I love. So one of them is for the days and one of them's for the months. And I bought this thinking, oh, I'm going to be in a bullet journal, excuse me, all year long for 2022. But then I bought a dated planner that's dailies, so I don't really need this stuff because it's already marked in here, but I bought them. And so I thought, oh, you'll use them in your bullet journal at some point, right? I don't know. So my reasoning for this, because this is also about how I talk myself into things and not out of, is the fact that I had stamps on my desk, okay? Because if you've never read Atomic Habits, I highly recommend it. It really talks about the whole idea of the book is you need to put more obstacles between the bad habits and less obstacles between the good habits, right? And it doesn't matter what your habit is. So I took all of my stamps and I put them on this desk so that when I was going to be sitting down here doing planning or whatever, I would reach for them. I even took out all of the little stamp pads that I have in every color, even though your girl only uses gray or black. I don't even know why I have all those colors. And I put them on my desk, never reach for them. They've been here the whole year. I don't reach for them. It's seriously a problem. So I put them back on the shelf just recently when I was reorganizing and thinking about the new year and getting ready for the new year. And I decided I'm going to buy these, and the reasoning for it is right here. I don't know if you can see right there. The lighting's not the best in here. This is like a little stamp pad that fits in here so that this is like self-stamping or whatever you would call it. And so I thought, okay, you know, Atomic Habits, this is a way to get out of having to pull out my stamps and get a stamp color and, you know, look at the stamp colors for 15 minutes and still pick black because I do that because it's already in there. And, you know, I have yet to use them yet. That's what I'm saying, but I don't know if I will or not. These were like 20 bucks a piece. I don't even know. They're adorable. They're tiny. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but they're here. They're going to go into my pen case or, you know, on my desk because that worked so well last time. Number 6. Okay. Number 6 was no washi tape. Bam. I just came across this on Amazon. I was thinking about getting some more black washi because it's really the only, black is my color, or gray, sometimes white, and I might pick another color, but mostly that's my color scheme. I was out of black washi tape and I was like, okay, Sylvia, you need to get some more. And then I saw this. I'm probably not going to use any of these other ones, but I bought them anyway. And that is why washi tape is on my list, because I really don't use the majority of the washi tape I have now. I feel like I have only 5, but I have more than that, but I only use like 3 of them. And then I complain about how I have no washi tape. It's like a cycle, a vicious cycle I don't understand. So I bought this. I don't plan on buying any more. And that wasn't something that happened at, you know, during my 3.5 hour window of buying this morning. So that's the only washi tape that I have for the year. And I bought it like probably last month randomly. I don't know. So let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is no traveler's notebooks. So I'm going to take this down because my notes are in here for this video. I fell off on traveler's notebooks. I used to be known as like the traveler's notebook person, right? You needed to know about traveler's notebook, or, you know, somebody that you were watching is no longer in a traveler's notebook. You knew that Sylvia was. Well, she wasn't pretty much the whole year. I tried a couple of times, including right now in this month, to be in a traveler's notebook, and I hate it. I hate it. I can't stand it. I miss my bound notebooks. I miss having a bullet journal. Now there's a bullet journal in here. That's the style that I am currently using. And for some reason, I'm just not in love. I can't even. My planning is just so sporadic in here. It's like some days I'm like, I'm gonna plan. Other days I'm like, no, I'm not. And it's just so ridiculous. I didn't even like look at this week. I was like, what? No, not gonna do it. So I've decided I'm not even going to buy any inserts or anything for the traveler's notebooks because I could not stick with one this year. If, you know, something happens and I decide I really, really have to be in one, I have so much traveler's notebook stuff, you guys. I don't need to buy anything. Like, I have a ton of inserts in all different layouts. So, and I have all kinds of digital ones that I've bought over the year that, you know, are undated that I can print out whenever I'd like. So that's not like a FOMO buy, because some of these things, it's like FOMO is an issue, right? I don't think I'm going to have any issues going back to a traveler's notebook. I know some people get sad when they hear that, but the reality is you should be watching my channel because you want to understand my planning system and style, and you should be applying that to whatever you have. And if that means you have a traveler's notebook and I don't, you just take what you like and leave what you don't. That's what I do when I watch my friends' channels that have rings and I just have no desire to be in rings. I just look at their system and I apply that to what I already have, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure that there's no traveler's notebook for 2022. I've made no plans to buy anything for it, at least at this point. And that didn't happen in that, you know, 3.5 hour window this morning. Number 8. Okay, so number 8 was kind of an interesting one. It's kind of silly to even try, but I wanted to say it out loud anyway because it's something that I hope. So number 8 is stay in one planner. Now, John Rush talked about this on his channel, and I will put a link to his video down below if you haven't watched it yet, because you certainly should. He has a lot of good information and a good talk. You needed to, you know, a good chat that I thought, you know, sunk in, but obviously it didn't. But he talks about no guilt and how if he wants to be in a certain size or in a different kind of traveler's notebook, he's going to do it without any guilt. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I love that he said that, and it's true. There is nothing wrong with that. The only reason why I put it on my list is because I like watching channels where people have stayed in a planner for 1 year, and I'm just like, how do they do that? I love them. I'm so inspired by them, and I want to inspire other people to, you know, do the same, especially if it doesn't cost me so much money. I think I'm just a buyer anyway, and if I didn't spend it on planner stuff, I'd find something else to buy. You know what I mean? But I do like the way a planner looks, even a bullet journal, when it's been used all the way through. And so that's kind of my motivation there. But also I like to set up planners, which is why I think I have so many, or I used to have so many. Last year I had 3. I'm down to 2. Look at me growing and stuff. Number 9 is no more digital downloads. I have a problem with this because it's not a physical thing until I print it out. I don't realize how many digital downloads I have bought off of, you know, Etsy and other, you know, individual websites. Like Peanuts Planner Co. has her own website, and I bought a lot off of her website for personal planners. Now I am in, you know, what I would consider a wide traveler's notebook, because this can fit in a wide traveler's notebook. See, this is why. This could possibly go into a traveler's notebook. And that's why I'm like, no traveler's notebook, Sylvia. Is that the right thing to say? Anyway, moving on. I know that if I wanted to go ahead and use one of these Moleskine, which is around exactly the same size as the Jibun Tacho, and I don't want to draw a certain layout out, I can go ahead and print one out, but I'd have to buy all new inserts in wide. I haven't been in wide for so long, I really don't have but a few downloads for that. And I'm like, Sylvia, come on. Because they start out as like $2 or $4, and then you buy, you know, $28 worth of them, and then you don't use them. Now, that's why I always buy undated for the most part, because I can always come back to them, and I have in the standard size and even in the personal. But I still don't want to spend the money on something I'm not possibly going to use. So I haven't broken that rule yet, though. Is that like what, 1 out of 9? Well, technically 2 out of 9, because I haven't moved into a traveler's notebook. This is really bad. All right, moving on. Number 10. So number 10 is no covers. Why? Because I bought a jelly cover. Sorry. Oh, I'm shaking you. I bought a jelly cover for this Hobonichi A5 size, and it seemed really pretty, and I was watching other people with theirs, and it was like shiny, you know, because it's sparkly and it's jelly. Well, when I put it on and I put some stickers that were colorful that kind of matched, it looked like a kindergartner had designed that. And I thought, what are you doing? You are an adult, aren't you? Maybe you should ask yourself, because I just couldn't handle it. This is a beautiful paisley print. It's a vinyl that I ended up getting from Hobby Lobby, I think. And I put it on here. Right here, it didn't fit all the way, so I cut a piece so that it would fit all the way around. And it's lasted all year long, even though I open it and bend it, no issues. So highly recommend. And this is the only kind of cover I need. But once again, because this is just cardstock, and if I wanted to take it anywhere, I feel like it needs a cover. Not a jelly cover, because that's just not who I am, but it was pretty for a while, and I put it up somewhere, and it worked really well. There was nothing wrong with that. I just couldn't stand the way it made me feel like I was a kid, and I just didn't want to feel that way when I was planning like an adult. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to cover. Another reason why is because they're so expensive and I can't seem to stay in one thing long enough that the cover probably would be used for a little while and I'd put it on the shelf. Now, that is true of this cover, which is a Jibun Techo cover. They don't even make anymore. This was from 2019, I believe. I love this. It's made out of like a canvas material. And it's going to last for a really long time, and I took very good care of it. I didn't use it for very long for 2019, but here I am coming back to it. So I love that I usually come back to my covers. I know this was one on John's list just because he said he had like, I don't remember, like 60 plus. Am I making that up? I don't think I am. Different kinds of covers and different sizes, and I was like, wow, John, that's amazing. I just want to see all of his collection. I think he's done some videos like that, but like, I just want to go to his house and just like smell all the leather. That sounds creepy. Never mind. Anyway, so I decided no more covers because they are expensive. A lot of the times, even if I go to a quality shop, I'm always disappointed at some point with how it looks. And that's unfortunate when you spend that kind of money. So I just don't want to do it. I'm starting out shopping on my shelf. Shopping on my shelf. I think we should all just shop on our shelves because we probably could just shop there forever because I have a lot of stuff. And I pulled this guy out. I can move into a traveler's notebook and take myself down from, you know, 1 out of 10 instead of 2 out of 10. Well, technically no, wait, what? I'm at 3 out of 10. I haven't broken yet, so that's good. But I can do that. I also have like 3 or 4 different A-sized covers. The Moitrim cover, I think they're all in different places right now. I'm looking around and I don't see them. Anyway, that I can move into. But I don't know, something about covers, I just don't want them anymore. I just want them planners themselves. And so this one does come with a cover that's okay. I think I might be able to use this if I don't want to stay in this zip around cover, but we'll see how it goes. How many times can I say cover? Like 100. I'm only on 3 hours of sleep, y'all. Bear with me. And the last one I have is a number 11. It's a bonus because John had a bonus too. And I was like, what would my bonus be? So my bonus is no more impulsive buying. I think John's was the fact that he could renege on anything that he put in his list, which I think is a great rule. But I think everything on my list is there for a reason. Certainly on John's as well, as he explains in his video. But no more impulsive buying because I'm telling you, I just bought so many things like a crazy person at like 2:30 in the morning. And I kept telling myself, Sylvia, wait until the morning. And I thought, no, because I'm buying from Amazon Japan. And in Japan, it's probably daytime. And by the time I order when I wake up, it's gonna be nighttime. And that's another day I have to wait for them to send things. Or I don't even know. That's how I justified that. I don't even think any of that's logical. I didn't look any of that information up. So it is what it is. So that's what I want to try to do. I'm trying to start small. So maybe a very small habit like 2 days. I know that sounds really funny to people and you're probably laughing, but seriously, if I could go 2 or 3 days without buying something online, even from Amazon, because my Amazon addiction is out of control. I mean, seriously, it's pretty much a problem. The lights are still on, but who knows how much longer because I'm shopping on the Amazon. I don't know what it is about Amazon, but they just make things so convenient. It's just, I hate them. They're awful. Anyway, so that has been my list. I am sort of failing and yet the year hasn't started, so I haven't technically failed. It's the way you look at it. Glass full, half empty. Who are you as a person? All right, so leave down below something that was on my list that's on your list, or what your number one thing is on your list if you had one. Thanks to John Rush for making awesome videos that I always watch when I'm washing dishes or I have my free time. He's my go-to guy. Don't forget to watch his video that I've linked down below. And also, don't forget to not beat yourself up too much. This is all kind of a parody. It's all for fun. I don't take any of this too seriously. Is it a bummer that I spend that money? But it was free money anyway, and it was mine to spend. And I usually come back to things and I get my money's worth, so it's not that serious. And I hope it's not for you. And if it is, I hope you're learning from me. Live vicariously through me so you don't have to spend it. No worries. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.